Hey everyone, in this FIFA 23 tutorial I'm going to show you how to play Women's Super League, which is brand new in FIFA 23. To do this you need to go over to play mode, so move your left stick over to play modes, press select, and then there's a couple of different things you can do here. First of all, we're going to look in quick play modes, and then there are two areas, kickoff and also tournaments. So kickoff will enable you to do a single player of Women's Super League. I'm going to show you that first because it's really easy. We go into kickoff, we press select, which is A on the Xbox, that would be X I think on the PlayStation, or you'll see a different button down the bottom left. Pick just to go to the home side, so and then choose select. So I'm going to be ready. So advance this, and then once you're in here you want to have a classic match. Now when you're on this page, up the top, if you move your left stick, you've got women's teams. So if you change it to that, you can then go for the Women's Super League. So you can see it there, but at least WSL. And then you can move your left stick, left and right, to flick over on this area to play any of the teams in the Super League. You can also do the same on the next side. So once we've picked who we want to be, let's say we want to be Liverpool. And then on the other side, you can then do the same thing. So we can pick the different teams here and play a game of Women's Super League here. So we go versus Arsenal, and you can see all is good there. The other thing you can do if you want is you can play women versus women leagues of different games like France, but I'm going off piece there because this was supposed to be Women's Super League or the international teams, but I'm just showing you can do that. Once you're ready to do that, you can hit select, and then you'll go on to the next screen and you'll be away and playing. So we'll just go there. We pick to play as the home team. You can change the strip if you wish. Press select, select again, and then you can play the match here. You can also change your game settings, team management, etc. here. So game settings, you can have different half length, you can change the difficulty level. You can see this is default into legendary for me. I want to be moving more like professional, I would think, but you can also have things like your training center on to help you. And then we're back out of there with B, and then if you want to play the match, you just play the match. Now, if you want to do an entire season of Super League, that's also possible. So if we just back out of here, I'll show you how that works. So we'll just come out again. So when you're back to here, go back again. So you're outside of classic match mode, or kickoff rather. And what you want is tournaments to play the entire Women's Super League. So when we're in here, press that. And then you can see here I've got load tournament or domestic tournaments, and it's domestic tournaments that I want in this case. So if you've played a tournament already, this will show as the default. If not, it should show this one, but you just move up and down with your left stick. So domestic tournaments, and then you can see, hey ho, there we go, women's leagues. So if we jump into women's leagues, you can see we've got the choice of Barclays Women's Super League, or the D1 came out if you want to do that one. So we've only got England and France leagues at the minute, but it's still cool that we've got at least some representation in FIFA 23. So we select that one there, and here you pick whatever team you want to support. So I'm going to go with Liverpool. You can also see the rating that they've been given in FIFA 23. So Liverpool only just come up to the Women's Super League again, I believe. So I'm just going to show you those just for example. And down the bottom you can see it says done. You can also pick multiple teams if you want to represent multiple teams in here, or you can just pick one. That's entirely up to you. But if I pick another one or another one, you can see it will show that I'm going to be playing those teams. When you've done that, hit the done button down the bottom. For me, that's the menu button on the Xbox. And then it'll ask you to create a new tournament. So these are my previous saves where I was testing things, but let's just say this one here. So I'll just go tournament 1. You could hit back to delete it all, or you can hit the right stick to clear the lot, and then we could pick a new thing here. So we'll just go to WSL, and I'll just say Lucky 7. Okay, so then we've got the done button there, which is the menu button, or I can just press it on the keyboard here. It then saves the thing for us here, and you can see we've got an upcoming match. And we've got Liverpool away to Tottenham Hotspur or to Spurs. So I can either play the match, I can see the standings where we are in the league and the player stats. Up the top there you've got left button and right button, or it would be L1, R1 on the PlayStation to flick between these different areas. You can edit players to a certain extent. You can also go in and check your settings are all as you want. So you can do things like the match, the sim, the camera, etc., like we saw in the other mode. You've also got the ability to jump into the squad here and manage the squad. So we could have a little look at the squad here. We can go and change formation if we want, so we can flick over here and change to a different formation. We can adjust the tactics, the roles, the instructions. This is getting a little bit beyond of this tutorial, so I will cover those in other ones if you're interested in that. But you can also do things like change your players around here, so you know, if you want to do that. So we'll just back out here. What I want to save the changes, I'll say no. I didn't really do anything anyway, so that doesn't matter. And then we've got the team sheets that you can see here. But if we go back to central, this is where you would then play the match. So we select that and then either play the match, and then you will play, in this case it's Liverpool. You can also sim the match if you can't be bothered to do the entire season yourself. However, the result doesn't tend to be as good as what you do if you are a reasonable player. You've also got the ability to quick sim the match. You could also do play attack only or play highlights, team management and customize, but of course the one you're going to want to do is play match. So when we jump into play match, what we should now see is the launch of the game. So you get a nice little intro sequence here as we're seeing, and you see the stadium is packed.
Perfect stadium. This is the scene here at the home of Tottenham Hotspur in London. My name is Derek Ray, excited to be bringing you match commentary, and alongside me, my broadcasting partner, Stuart Robson. And you can really sense the anticipation in the crowd ahead of kickoff with their respective league seasons about to get underway. It is Tottenham Hotspur taking on Liverpool.
So you see, really cool the way that's done. You can hold A to skip, and there we are. We are playing the Women's Super League. So I'm just going to pause that there. Hopefully that was useful too. If it was, give us a thumbs up, please. That's much appreciated. Any comments, welcome. If you like this sort of stuff, have a little look at the rest of my channel. I'm going to be going FIFA 23 crazy now over the next couple of weeks at least, and then regularly throughout the season to add lots of more tutorials and contents. If there's anything you want to see, let me know in a comment. I'll do my best to help. And hit that subscribe button. That would be awesome to help me grow my channel. Thanks so much.